Hey loves, it's Britt, and I'm continuing my Venus through the Natal Houses series. In this video, I'm talking about natal Venus in the seventh house, which may be the best placement to have because of Venus's natural rulership over the seventh house. And yeah, this can be one of the more luckier placements of Venus, or one of the more luckier house placements to see of Venus when we have Venus in the seventh house, because the seventh house represents what we attract from others as well. It's like the projection, what we expect other people to be, but then also what they show us. And it says in one of my books that when you have Venus in the seventh house also represents, what is coming back to us from previous lifetimes. So what we have given out in previous lifetimes is now what we get back in this lifetime. So people with Venus in the seventh house tend to attract kindness from others. They tend to attract loving people. And the seventh house isn't just intimate relationships, it is also just all relationships in general, like with the outer world. So it's kind of like that saying, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles back at you. Like that is kind of what happens here with Venus in the seventh house. Now, you could have Venus in the seventh house conjunct Pluto or something, and that's going to be a totally different story. It's always going to be modified by the aspects. The houses just, show like a general like idea of where the planet is manifesting, but the aspects will show more of like how that's going to manifest. And of course, the signs as well are going to show the how it will manifest. But yeah, so this one, though, no matter any sign, any aspect, although the aspects can modify, it is very favorable socially. It's not going to be hard for you to be well liked by people when you have Venus in the seventh house. My best friend, who was born 2 days before me, but we have the reversed birth chart. She is a Libra ascendant with Venus in the seventh house, and I'm an Aries ascendant with Venus in the first house. She is so popular everywhere we go. Every time we go out together, she's the most friendliest person I've ever met, and everybody just loves her. She's like the queen of Venus, I feel like, with that placement, where as mine is more internal, more self-oriented, Venus in the first, right? So Venus in the seventh is so lucky for, meeting the right person at the right time in the right place and saying the right thing to them. And it's very favorable for all types of careers in dealing with the public, because it's such a gift that like it would be a waste of this to like be in isolation. You want to really get out there and be social. You want to like, even just in a superficial sense, like you want to go for a walk and talk to people in your neighborhood. Like your energy just exudes Venusian warmth and attractiveness and beauty and kindness. And it's not going to be hard to get people to love you and lovers to want to propose to you. And if you do choose not to be in a relationship, it's not because there's not tons of people lining up at your door wanting to give you love. It's because you're seeking the perfect love as well with Venus in the seventh house, and you are meant for that. It can also be common to marry sort of early with Venus in the seventh house, or have a very happy marriage in general that is based on true love. There can also be financial gain through the marriage as well, or gain through the partner or partnerships of all kinds. You're going to gain through other people. People are going to want to give to you when you have Venus in the seventh house. And if Venus is afflicted here, there's hard aspects to Venus in the seventh house. It can show that the relationships that are abundant, because there's going to be a lot of relationships, this is a relationship lifetime, will also bring pain and challenges, and it'll be like a major focal point and issue in your life. but it still blesses you with that true kindness, or with that lovability and like social ability. And like, even if you think you're an introvert, with this placement you're really not, because you you really do get a lot of pleasure and enjoyment from being with people and being around people. And it's where you feel pleasure, but it's also where you're really lucky as well. And I mean, Venus isn't luck in the sense of like Jupiter luck and expansion, where like you're gonna be lucky like that. It's more like luck through attraction, and through attracting what is for your highest good, and attracting people, and like our relational skills, right? And with Venus in the seventh house, it shows that we really do have relational skills developed. Like, we can get along with people, like stick you in an elevator with anybody and you can talk to them and you can be friendly with them. And I mean, I said that about Venus in the first house too. So it's very significant when Venus is angular, right? So when Venus is in first, seventh, 10th, fourth is going to be more inward, but all four of those houses, the angular houses, we're going to see someone with Venus very dominant in their personality. And Venus is a big deal for you if Venus is angular. Not to say that Venus in the other houses is not important, because it definitely is. But when Venus is angular, it's such a big part of your personality. And with Venus in the seventh, it's a very noticeable part of your personality as well. These people are the real pleasers. You can really struggle with saying no. You can really have to learn how to be, like, I would say, more fierce at times. It's like you're so naturally easygoing, you're so naturally accommodating that you might even be like over accommodating when you have Venus in the seventh. Like, you want to learn to stand up for yourself. And like, if someone's offering you something that you don't want, you can say no, right? Or if someone is inviting you to something socially and you don't want to go, you can say, that just doesn't interest me at this time. Now, someone with Venus strong is going to be like appalled at the thought of even saying something like that. Like, you're going to have to like think up of an excuse or whatever. But like, it's so important with Venus here to value your energy, because your energy is going to be wanted everywhere. You're very popular, you're very attractive, you're very charismatic, you're loved and you're loving, and everybody wants you. But you get to decide what social event is really worth your energy and where you really want to be, because you can't be everywhere all the time. You have to really focus your energy here, because yeah, your popularity and your charisma, you're going to be invited to all the parties and everywhere, and you want to really have discernment around where you want to go, and then also develop the ability to like say no, like, no, that doesn't interest me at this time, or no, I don't want to go on a date with you, or no, I'm not interested in that activity. Like, maybe I don't like that type of music, or maybe I don't like that sport, or I don't want to go to that gym, or I have my own thing going on here. And like, life will be about learning how to stand up for yourself in those little ways when you have Venus in the seventh, because that doesn't come naturally because of the overly accommodating, pleasing nature of Venus here. Because Venus is very Libran here, right? We want to we weigh it out, right? Like, even if we know we don't like something, when someone else offers it, we think, well, maybe we could try it, right? But no, you you have to realize here with Venus here in the seventh house, like, you are a goddess or god, and like, your energy is sacred, your time is valuable, and like, this is a gift that you have. But yeah, you can say no. And the more that you do say no to what is not right for you, the more that what is really truly right for you, and what will truly bring you pleasure and happiness and fulfillment, will come to you. So that's an important and significant lesson for Venus in the seventh house. Now, also, you could see with Venus here that the partner that you attract is going to be very Venusian. Maybe they're Libra or Taurus, or also, modify this by the sign that Venus is in and the aspects that are being made to Venus. But the partner, or the person that falls in love with you and you fall in love with, will have Venus traits, and will probably, like, the sign of your Venus too could be that sign or have those traits. And that could be the marriage partner as well, or the person that really balances you in this lifetime. So that's going to be significant also. You can really see that people with this placement are here to live a Venus lifestyle. So that means that, what might seem superficial, what might seem just like a pleasure seeking activity is right for you in this lifetime. You're allowed to indulge with this placement. You're allowed to focus on beauty and art and, more lighthearted themes when you have Venus in the seventh. Like, that's a big part of where you're really going to have pleasure. And like, yeah, you're going to be going to parties and going to social events, and like, it's okay to, I mean, I guess live a life that maybe might seem superficial on the outside to some people, but to you it's sacred, because this is how you express your heart. This is how you express love, is by being kind of like the socialite. Now, if Venus is in Scorpio or conjunct with Pluto or Saturn or something like that, you're probably going to feel differently. But as a general rule, Venus in the seventh house, this is where you're really going to experience pleasure, is indulging in these kind of activities and Venus things, and music and pleasure and art and beauty and everything related to Venus. This is really a Venus lifetime. And the romantic partner could be also working in these fields, or that kind of type of person when we have Venus in the seventh house. So yeah, I would love to know your experience of having your natal Venus in the seventh. Was it like this? I'd love to know. And yeah, I'm going to keep this series going. I kind of forgot about it for a couple weeks, and now I'm back. I want to finish off this series and then move on to my next natal planet in the houses series. So I'm excited for that. There's just like endless content that'll be coming from me, you guys. So I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk soon. Okay, bye.